If
you can explain, what do you mean when you say home?
In KwaZulu-Natal.
I do not remember him telling me he was in KwaZulu-Natal. What I remember was that he told me that he was at work.
But the main thing is that for the reason of booking out the accused number 2 was done by going to verify whether you went to verify his whereabouts of the 26th of October 2014. That was completed.
That is correct.
Why was he not taken back again after you've verified such information? Why was he not immediately taken back to Pretoria in the North Police Station?
North Police Station.
Instead, you had to book him in 2:30 early hours in the morning.
Right was a malaria and I got a salary petam shumum, Adumenari, I think I was selling also legality, low porera, so that's a malaria about the problem.
He did not have a problem going with us because when we asked him if he was okay with going with us, he agreed because also there was the problem that if he was taken back to the cell, he was going to be locked up alone and was going to get bored. So that's Ali Ukamba Natum was some Buzuta and King I know Tab and Natum or Economy Sevens. That's how and so much passing a harm. What do I get? Footing over nothing go to pass some boy said I did. Emma said in Renzo so shall I Abula is a Zoom.
Mr. Mogane, accused at that time was under your custody.
That is correct.
He had no options.
If Salah do Melarawa, never fish a Jomarao. You'll come, Shabel, we like to men are much of Magala. Now, so if you did right with Jarena or right to Zamarina, kind of simple way.
Well, to tell the honest fact, if he wanted to refuse, he could. But when we asked him if he wanted to, if he was okay with going with us, because we told him that we've still got other things to do, he agreed, especially also because it was already evening.
Because it is your evidence. I'll get into that, Mr. Mogane. It is your evidence that investigations. As a result, you even had to go to Albertine.
I got a there was such a little and then there was such a little Albertine.
Is that so?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go reach Albertine the kids selling their feet.
Like I told you, Albertine is on the way and we we went via Albertine.
All right. For the purpose for which he was booked out to verify that information, you were satisfied. Now for a period of almost 10 to 12 hours, you were still with the accused. What investigations was that?
libe le na ena la le molato fetšwe so libe le kae le ena
ka ke se ke tlhalositse gore le re lebeletse molateng gore e šala morago e le gore nka se botse kgoro ka yona ka gore re sa iphenya molato so ne re le busy ka yona.
Those hours, minutes, seconds that were spent at that particular place, what were you actually doing?
Biale nako yewe di iri metsotswana elena le be le dutse tulong yewe le be le diraine
With those officers?
le maphodisa auwe. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to explain.
Manje ke lesikhathi ke lamahora lamanenjana futhi ke nalemizuzu ke enachitha ke lapho nanenza ngiyabonga ukuthi unginikeze lethuba leli lokuthi ngichaze.
Please.
E lo gopola mosegare o na le mo re emeng sa sol garage ke re ke checka mabili aka re sa ya kwa
Sorry, my lord.
If you would remember.
Sorry, my lord, to interject. May I confine this witness specifically at Fairwood Park? Not at... That's why I did not canvass anything in relation to what happened at Carltonville, Western Area, and so forth. My main concern, the explanation that I'm expecting from you, is about your presence in Albemarle, your presence in Fairwood Park, and what were you doing at that particular spot?
Mr. Mogane, let the witness explain. Actually, thanks. He says, thank you for giving me the opportunity to explain.
Yeah.
Have you heard people telling stories? Long ago, there was an old man with 6 teeth and a long beard.
Yes.
And Mr. Mnisi will say, in the past, there was this gentleman who told stories. So let's hear what he wants to say.
Biale re khoro e re le ka tswela pele le tlhaloshe le ge ile gore ntate Mogane Zulu o be a sanya ke gore le tlhaloshe o ba nya ka gore le bolele fela ka tsela tša mmadi fela khoro e re le fenako lena le re botse nnonwane ya lena
ka ke ke boletse ke re le nako re sa ya Carltonville ke tsene garage ka checka mabili aka
As I've explained,
nako re sa ka bo 938
as I've explained that in the morning, whilst we were still driving to Carltonville, I went into a petrol station to check my wheels,
Bese ngichazile ke ngaphambilini ukuthi ke
my tires, my lord.
ngichazile ke ngaphambilini ukuthi ke mangiphuma ke khona eCarltonville ukuthi sengizohamba ke ngangena ke kule garage ke la engangiyobheka khona ke isimo ke samasondo emoto engihamba ngayo.
well re re boa re feta the Glen Mall mo ka re Komaro somewhere there.
Now, as we were coming back, passing the Glen Mall at or near Komaro,
Uma sesibuya ke sindlula ke lana ke kunenqanqathela izitolo khona ke eVeklen abayibiza ngokuthi ke kuseVeklen eKomaro noma eduze kwaseKomaro.
Omeka ba bole ga re ya shikinya ga mabile gape
I felt that the motor vehicle was now not balanced on its tires.
Ukudla sasesidla
entanzi ara mulebala le na o jele rena
We did not forget Mr. Ntanzi as we ate. He also ate with us. Azange simkhohlweke ukaNtanzi ngaleso sikhathi ke naye ke ayichaphela wadla nathi.
well ya re o bethilwe a ke tsona ka hlalosetsa goro o bethile jwang kae ke sa mmona.
When he says he was assaulted, I do not know. Maybe he can explain it to the court on where was he assaulted and when was he assaulted, as I did not see him being assaulted.
I have verified such information. Why was he not immediately taken back to Pretoria in the North Police Station?
nkane sa mo bošetša boa Pretoria North Police Station ga le fetša go kwešiša gore ba le mošomane kapa ba se mošomane.
Instead, you had to book him in 2:30, early hours in the morning.
Lena ka mpodile gona gore le motswaletše ka bo 2:30.
ka ga tšhe hlalošitše magamantši gore le beise molato wa gage be ro šala morago gomme le yena o ba sena bothata go sepela le rena ka gore re motšhitše gore no o right go tsamaya le rena na ka re sa le pheta mošomo mongwe a dumela re ee ka gore ga fitlha kwa diseleng o go tswaletšwa ditee o na le go borega so a tsamaya le rena tsa nka ba le problem.
He did not have a problem going with us because when we asked him if he was okay with going with us, he agreed because also there was the problem that if he was taken back to the cell, he was going to be locked up alone and was going to get bored. So ale ukuhamba nathi wasambuza ukuthi akananda anankinga yini ukuthi ahambe nathi ngoba kusekhona omnye umsebenzi esawenza wavuma cha singahamba kodwa-ke futhi-ke kwakunale nkinga ukuthi ufake sambuyisela le emaseleni wayezohlala eyedwa abulawe isizungu.
I don't understand if you say he was going to be bored. What do you mean by that? In the cells.
Kwa diseleng aborege diragone.
Le go botša kgoro gore ntanzi o ba sa šere sele le batho ba bangwe ba le ba le tee ba no tswala le tee mo seleng.
What I'm saying is that Ntanzi was not sharing a cell with others. He was staying alone in his cell.
It is evidence that investigations. As a result, you even had to go to Albertine.
I get a little. There was such a little and then there was such a go Albertine.
Is that so?
Oh, yeah.
I got to reach Albertine ke tseleng re a feta.
Like I told you, Alberton is on the way and we went via Alberton.
You indicated during cross-examination that you had to do other investigations. As a result, you had to go to Albertine for phosphorus.
Really?
Well, I come around the wishes or Balika Gajalewe. Colonel Brigadier Kininda, the Sergeant Mogane, Valeba CP. Yale Lena, the last Limla to Faja, or Level Sanchez, the Nadamushuma, everything I will dear, and what a more level Sanchez Fit Alberton, Leah, go for Sloras.
And we also know now that you remain at that engine garage from 1853 the next morning.
Re a tseba gore gape le dutse gona mo garage ewe go tlogelleng nako ge be go šetše metsotso e šupa pele ga iri ya bošupa thapama go fihlelleng tšatši le latelang. That is correct.
Can you remind the court that from that 1853 until midnight, what was happening?
Le ka go tša kgoro we go tlogelleng metsotso e šupileng pele ga iri ya bošupa go fihlelleng bošego gare go be go
ga re šetše ke tlhalošeditše kgoro gore re tshwenya ke mmotoro.
As I have testified to the court that we had a problem with our vehicle, njengoba besesengchazile ukuthi imoto yethu yayikade isihlupha ngaleli yalanga uma sifika egarage. That's when we went into that garage, myself and the late Sergeant Mabena kulasi esangena lapho mina no Mufi uSergeant Mabena and the accused Bongane Ntanzi no mangalelwa uBongane Ntanzi. And I contacted my commander, informing my commander that we had a problem with our vehicle, and my commander is Brigadier Kininda.
it's enough, you can hold it there. Sergeant, do you admit that this crucial evidence, this crucial piece of evidence, you never mention it in your evidence in chief?
Bare le a dumela gore botlhatsi bo e leng gore bo botlhokwa kudu lena ba senke la botlhalosha ge be le thoma ka botlhatsi ba lena kgorong.
Which evidence is that? The fact that he found Kininda?
No, the evidence that there was
Which one? Which evidence?
the evidence, my lord, that they stopped at that garage for the entire evening until midnight.
Yes,
Botlhatsi bo ba gore lena le yeme mo la garage-eng bosigo ka moka a senke le botlhalosha ge be le fana ka botlhatsi le thoma.
Which was a was Sarita to Axovala Oman, Marifitli, Pretoria, 3:30 to 4. Ara love show come and Kitalushi Jamatomo, Relovating the Jobs.
If you were listening to my evidence well, I did explain in my evidence in chief. And in actual fact, we did not stop there the whole night because we had arrived at Pretoria around 3 a.m.
Sergeant, that is not correct. We know now, it's on record, that you actually left there on the 19th.